Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Eustace Farmer and I hope you're all doing well today. So I'd like to welcome you to the Great Smoky Mountains map for Farming Simulator 15, and I'm going to give you a nice tour of it today, and I'm also going to explain a little bit of some of the elements to the backstory to try to give you a little bit more insight why certain things are the way they are here. So you'll see what I mean in a minute. So let's go ahead and read the description from the author. Welcome to the Great Smoky Mountains. You can farm corn, wheat, barley, canola, or soybeans. Of course, logging plays a major role in the economy of the mountains. It's a great way to earn some extra cash or even make a career. Local companies stay competitive to offer you the best price for your grains and root crops. You can take your logs to the local mill where you can sell them directly to the mill by placing them in the water at the mill, or send them out of town on the train at the mill. You may even consider making wood chips and selling them to the local Tractor Supply so that the local residents can buy them so they can keep warm in the winter. And then the bottom part here. Way back when this little town was built, one of the first things the locals did was to build a cross as pictured. Ever since it has been a statement as to the morals and faith of its residents. If you don't already, get to know Jesus, and then they give you a website. I can understand why this is here and why this is here. This is part of the culture in that area. It's my opinion. I don't think that the website is appropriate. You know, this is Farming Simulator. People from all walks of life play this game. The cross in the map is quite large, so it could be a little off-putting to some. But keep in mind also, if this really does bother you, you can always go into the Giants editor and remove it. So, but I have a little bit of extra information for you to chew on. So let me go ahead and show you this little diagram that I made. Okay, so here it is. You guessed it, a map of the United States. So first of all, I'm going to show you here. This is the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and that's the area that this map was inspired by. It straddles the borders of North Carolina and Tennessee, and it is divided by the Appalachian Mountain Range. There are many trails that span the length of the Appalachian Mountains, and so you can actually hike from Maine all the way down to Georgia, or vice versa. Would I recommend it? No. There's all walks of life on these trails, and there's been some pretty hairy stories, so it's better off that you stop in an organized place and enjoy bits and pieces of it along the way. And this is a great area to really look at if you're visiting the United States. A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful park. The people in this region I have met, and there's a lot of wonderful, very nice, genuine, welcoming people there. Had a very pleasant experience, so well worth checking out. Now, what is this region? Well, you guessed it. Here it is, the Bible Belt. All this in red. So what is the Bible Belt? Well, down here, the religious waters run strong and deep. It's a bit more concentrated than in other areas of the United States. So it's been said. So, very faithful, devout people down there. So it's no surprise when somebody talks about the Smoky Mountain region that you would see a cross reference like that. As far as the reference to the Reverend Billy Graham goes, he's a rather controversial person in my opinion. So what I will do is, before you check out that website, I'll leave a Wikipedia link in my description so you can go and read a Wikipedia outline of the life and times of Billy Graham, and that will help you to decide whether or not you even want to play on the map at all. So I hope that will help out a bit. Okay, so enough about all that. So let's go ahead and jump in and have a look at what this map has to offer. Here we are at the main farmyard. We're over by fields 17, and I'm between the chicken and the gas pump there. So it's a very nice farmyard. There's the main house. There's my little pickup truck. That's a mod. Doesn't come with the map, but you'll be seeing that a lot because I absolutely love that little pickup truck. And there's our cross. And over here, we have storage for your dry grass, straw, and mixed ration forage. Now, on this map, the animals do not get watered. They're the standard chicken and sheep and cows, milking cows. Milk is sold automatically at midnight. And what else can I tell you about that? I have not found a water source on the main farm. There's a little garden hose over here. I did try and back the trailer up to that. That's just for aesthetic purposes. So that does not work. So if you are going to put greenhouses somewhere on the map, I would highly suggest somewhere close to the river that runs down the middle of the map. Because I'll show you, I put a tractor and a trailer down there. You can get water from any point on the river, but that seems like that's the only place on the map you can get water. Well, that's the long way of what I was trying to say. So here's your silo. This is where you'll dump your grains from your harvests, and then you'll pick it up over under here. So that's pretty cool. I like that a lot. You see a lot of these type of silos around where I come from in the United States as well, especially down in the Pennsylvania region. I've seen a lot of those. So, yeah, really cool. There's plenty of storage on this map. So here's your seed pallets, your fertilizers. Nice big generous barns. Really nice. Got a repair shed here. Come in here and tune everything up. So, and here's all the standard equipment. So I will go through the menu and show you about that. And then let's see what we got here. So we said the mixed ration, straw, and dry grass. And then silage, chaff, and grass. Okay, so this is like your green fresh cut clippings, I guess. And then, silage is, silage. And then the chaff is the unfermented silage. So, yeah, really cool. Now let's have a look at the textures over here. They're really nice. Here's some corn over here. That's pretty authentic looking. I mean, don't get too close because, they're like paper dolls. But yeah, really nice. The map has a very charming, warm feeling to it. It has a very Smoky Mountain American feeling. So there's definitely a lot of charm that draws you in here. Okay, so before we continue on through the rest of the tour, let's go ahead in the menu and I'll show you a little of the other details. Okay, here we are in the shop garage. So you get your standard Hurleman and Dutzfar and the Burer, I believe it's pronounced, and the Sampo Rosenlu combine. So that's going to go by pretty quick. It's usually one of the first things to go when I go into a map. And then the header for it, and the little Brantner trailer, little cultivator and plow, little seeder, and then a couple of counterweights, a 700 and a 1000. And then I also bought 10 of each of the animals just to show you where they are. And then I've got a couple of mods in here. Got my pickup truck and a Bullet Bill T7 270, and then the Zunhammer. So that was not required on the map, obviously. Okay, so here we are. I have the Bank of Hagenstadt mod because I thought I would show you the prices of some of the fields. So the fields are not badly priced at all, especially if you watched my other American map tour I just put out. It was the Corn Belt. So where the biggest field was like, it was $22 million, I think it was. So your field 17 is 22,000. Big difference. They're also a big difference with size. These fields are, regular large that we're kind of used to, and small, and everything in between. So you're not going to find anything that's tremendously massive and overwhelming on this map at all. So as you see here, so there's a $48,000 field. It's probably about the top of the price range there. Yeah, there's a 46. Yeah, it looks like 48,000 is about the top of your price range for these fields here. Okay, so where do we sell our harvests? So you got the Cherokee Mill, the farm shop, and the freight yard for all your grains and root crops. And then you have Tractor Supply, and the Hanson. And you get Tractor Supply for your wood chips, and that's all they take is your wood chips. Tractor Supply also is like your garden center, so you'll buy your saplings down there. So the wood chips go in the back, and I'll show you. That's where your biomass is. So these take everything except the potatoes and sugar beets. So the Hanson, he takes all the standard crops. And let's see, down here, I know there's soy. All this other stuff is mods, so the map doesn't come with that. So yeah, they take soy as well at all those locations except tractor. Now I have my map on hard mode, so you're going to notice that the prices are rather small. Now one thing I will say is, one thing I think that was overlooked is obviously silage is sold at the BGA. So the silage rate is not listed here. So I hope when you sell the silage that works out. I hope there's not something missing. I'll get back to you on that. Okay, so where do the vehicles reset? So you're going to purchase the vehicle obviously at the shop, and that's between fields 31 and 24. And if you want to reset it, it's not going to appear at the main farm. Now the main farm again is by field 17 over on the right eastern side of the map. Your vehicle is going to appear up where the dairy cows are, and that's up in the middle where field 5, 4, and 3, and 7 are, up there in the northwestern side of the map. So that's where your vehicle is going to be. So if you're down at the main farm and you reset your vehicle and you're waiting for it, it's not going to show up. Okay, so the first thing I'll do is I'm going to give you a little flight tour, and then I'm going to save one location that we can drive to. That way you can get a good lay of the land here. And when you come out here, if you go down this way, it's going to take you into town. I'll show you where the top road goes if you took a left. Now what's this down here? We got a little bit of stubble. Now you're going to already pre-planted. You're going to find that there's some of each grain on the map. So this looks like probably soy. Yeah, field 20 is soy. The next one over is corn, and as you see, you got some more soy up here, and yeah, so you've got a little bit of each crop. Okay, so as I said, we're meandering down this road, and as you see, you got stuff like this old barn. This is really cool. That's pretty cool. Looks a little squat compared to, let's see. Yeah, that's still a little small, a little out of scale, but you get the idea. Adds a nice element to the map. So, okay. So here's the river, and it pretty much spans the entire length of the map, right smack dab down the middle of the map, and you back your trailer, your water trailer up, the standard one or your modded one. And there you go. As you see, it's filling up. And you don't even have to really get down right into the water, which is nice too. Okay. So as we continue down that road, over here, we got where you're going to sell your wool. There you go. Right down in here. Okay, so that's the wool. Now then, let's look at the BGA while we're over here. Yeah, we're right here. So 4 lanes for the BGA. And let's see, I don't see the hoppers, so it looks like you just have the tipping point. That's A-OK, just fine with me. Like I said in my last review of the American map, I'm over shoveling. Conveyor belt and dump, I'm on it. No problem. So yeah, nice, good size BGA. Nice looking place too. So I just hope it works. Because like I said, it just could be that they overlooked to list the price. I just hope it pays. Okay, so as I said before, that's the road coming down from the main farm. So once you get to the end here, if you take a quick left and a right, you're going to come down to the car dealership. There you go. So everything will line up there and it'll expand out into the middle as needed, I would assume. And you got your gas station over here. All right. I wanted to just check and see, but the gas station does work. So it's not just there to be pretty. That's good news. Okay. Now over here we got the Tractor Supply. And like I said, you'll buy your saplings right here. And they've got, you know, your seed and fertilizer. And then in the back is you got your little biomass setup. So you dump your wood chips in there. So pretty cool. And I love to see Tractor Supply because we've got those here where I live as well. So it's pretty cool to see something like that. Okay. Now along back here, Cherokee Mill. That's where you dump it off. Very nice. Oh, it looks like you can dump your grass in here. Cool. Looks like you can get some seeds over here maybe too. Try that out. Oh, what happened over here? Yep, little floating action going on here. Looks like somebody snatched the pallets out from underneath. Okay, so that's my second American map that had item floating in the air. On the Corn Belt, it was a cow. At least on this one, it's just a pallet. All right. And then the last place I'm going to save, which is up over there. We'll drive up there just to show you the roadway system and everything. So let's take a look around over here a little bit more. We'll have a look at the fields. More corn. See, here we are at the lumber mill. Freight yard. Sorry. So there's the train. We're going to see what's sending off because one peculiar thing, and I'll show you too. Yeah, okay. So that goes through there. All right. Now this is what I want to see. Watch. It's going to go through there. Probably just going to go and loop underneath the map. But there's a set of railroad tracks down here. So I want to see if the train is going to loop around and come through there. Because after it goes through this tunnel, there's no outlet at the other side. So I was kind of wondering where the train went. Let me just stay over here so I don't miss anything. Okay, so I've been waiting a few minutes now, I think, and not coming. So this must be something totally separate. The other one's probably almost already back by now, so. Okay, so what else do I got to show you here? It's a small map. It's a decent sized map. It's kind of on the small side, but it's a decent sized map. Good for single player. Multiplayer too, why not? But definitely good for single player. So let's see now. Obviously you'll be able to dump equipment in the river if you ran a multiplayer server. Let's see if you can go off the edge of the map. Yep. So yeah, you can drive things right off the edge of the map. So that's something to consider. If you're going to have a public multiplayer server. So this might want to be invite only. Okay, so up here, what do we have here? That is the farm shop. You sell your chicken eggs there, and it looks like you can check on your loan, get some money out. Let's look here. Yeah, dump your grains down in there. Sell your chicken eggs, and I think that's around the, is that around the back? Yep, right there. There we go. Oh, it looks like you can fill up on your seeds here too. That's great. Okay, so let me go ahead and hop back to the farm and grab the pickup truck, and we'll drive out to the other place. So I'll see you in a minute. All right, back at the main farm. So here's our little sheep area. I don't remember if I showed that to you when we first came into the map. So your sheep are on the main farm along with your chickens. You can hear them screaming. So I'm going to show you where the cattle are also, not to worry. So the first thing we'll do is we'll pull out of the yard here, and I'm going to take you up that winding road that I was talking about. Now, before we pulled out of here and took a right and went down into town that way. But if I take this road over here, now this road over here on the left, that's going to just dead end at the end of the fields between 16 and 37. So there's not much to see down there. But this is a really nice ride this way. And I'll do some out of cab as well. I just figured I'd give you a feel for both. I like this sharp turn warning signs too. Okay, there we go. That beautiful blue sky, crisp mountain air. So the first thing we'll come up with on the left is the milk factory, and that's just decorative, you know, like you see on Bjornholm and Westbridge and all that. So nice to have it though. Okay, so if we take this left here, I'll show you. Right by Field 40. We're going to come down, and on the left you're going to find the storage sheds for your to store your wood chips and your sugar beet and potatoes. Get you some fertilizer and seed here too if you're working across the street. So there's wood chips, sugar beet, potato. So let's go back this way. Sorry, I'm not a good out-of-cab driver. But the map really does have a beautiful feel to it. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Make it a little better. So now we're coming down off the mountain, and we're running parallel to that other road we took into town. So on the other road you saw there was a covered bridge. This is an open one. So that's about where we are. Then there's the wool place over there. So now if we take a left over here, as soon as we get there, gonna come up to the lumber mill. So you drop your lumber in the pond. Looks like they have a sail point trigger here too, which is good. I don't always like fussing around with the pond. Of course, I use the IT Runner lumber trailer, so it's easy to tip. I don't use that big long Flegel in-game trailer. Sit there moving the truck back and forth trying to get the logs off. So there goes our lumber train. Okay. So now let's go see the cows. Let's have a look at the map, see where we are. Okay, so we're down there, so we're going to trek up by field 4 and 5 over there. Okay. Okay, so basically what we're going to do here, take a right out of here, and then we'll take our first left, and then it's the roads are not very well marked out on here, but we're basically going to wind around. You'll see. We're going to wind around the back of the map. It's a nice drive. And we'll make our way up to the Hanson store, grain sell point, and then our cattle facility will be down on the right just a little further. And then we're coming up to Cherokee Mill. And then there's that railroad trestle bridge. We're going to be going underneath that. All right. Give you a nice view here. Okay. So Hanson coming up here on the right. Yeah, pull right in there. Okay, that's cool. Nice and tall for tipping. That's good. And there you go. That's Hanson. And then over here is our dairy farm. And I'll go in the proper way. Won't be cutting through the silage lane. On camera, that is. All right. So let's get out and have a walk around. Hello, cows. Nice. Little barbed wire fence there. Got a nice little size yard. Now, what I wonder is... Okay. Nope. I'm wondering, I guess you don't have to muck it out, but I'm looking for the manure. There it is. Yeah. So you must get your manure in here. Good. Nothing yet. They're eating nothing but grass. And then what do we have in here? A nice little storage shed. Nice big storage shed. Awesome. Really nice looking too. Really fits very well with the map. It's nice they didn't use the Bjorn home sheds. And then a couple of silage pits. Awesome. Here's our slurry. Which of course has nothing in it yet. Nope. Not a drop. And I think pretty much that's about it. And as you see, there is forestry on the map, hence the lumber mill, and there is plenty of it. There is an area. Let me see if we're close by. Yeah, it's down. Let me jump over to the other side of the map. All right, so there you go. So you've got some nice mountain roads. Get in over here. Right over by Field 44. You can get all up in there. You could be logging for years. And you got some down the middle of the map. And there's places dotted all over the map. So, plenty of different varieties of crops. Logging. Not bad at all. Nice, simple little map. And I thought this would be kind of a cool map to wet our whistles on for the up-and-coming Pacific Northwest Farming Simulator 17 map. Let me think if there's anything else that I missed. I don't think so. If you have any questions, please do contact me. Ask down in the comments section, private message me, email me, check me out on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. I'm there, and I'm happy to talk with you. So, yeah, I hope I've helped you out some, and like I said, I'm sorry for the, rather off-putting opinions. I just thought it was my duty to, if I'm going to review a map, I'm going to review everything about the map. So if somebody's going to make a strong, statement by putting a crucifix on a mountain, then I want to explain why it's there and some of the things behind it. So that's where it's coming from. So I don't mean to offend anybody. I just want you well informed. So I hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And until we meet again, take good care of yourself and talk to you again soon. Bye-bye for now.